Hey guys, Dissection of Violence here. We got a interesting one for you. Contender series, not the easiest card, but also not the hardest card either. Um, I'll get right into it though for you. We got Quillin Salkield versus Gage Young. So I'm pretty familiar with Gage Young. I actually bought into the hype on F. What promotion is he under again? He's under FAC. Yeah. The guys he's beating are so bad. Like, who is he really beating? Can you show me? That's like good. Let's see. This Mr. David Evans. Okay, like this is like probably his most credible win, and he's like not that great. Tater McSpadden, kickboxing, good job. Like I don't have much to say about him. And his loss to Bobby Lee, the first real fighter he's faced. Bobby Lee is maybe not the greatest, but he is a experienced, somewhat well-rounded journeyman, and was just a slight step up for Gage Young. And Gage Young didn't know what to do. Oh, I will say, Gage Young is a finisher. He's dangerous on the feet. He could definitely find the chin and get a KO. If you were to play Gage Young KO or a bust, because that's basically him in a nutshell. But honestly, this is a fight I would not be too keen on playing just because, Salkield is the side that UFC is definitely wanting to win with the Australian market. But I just don't know if like it's again with his record, like he's beat obviously better guys, but he hasn't really shown much. Like he's shown more well-roundedness, but like other than that, like he's not beating the top guys. Like he's beat, I believe he beat somebody in amateur. Who was it? It was somebody. Could have been Beata he beat, which is decent. So he's faced some decent guys, opposed to Gage, where it's like you can tell this guy's actually had to have a decent, rise up. Hasn't been fed cans. Gage, on the other hand, has. I think Selkield will win just for being more well-rounded and face better competition. But honestly, this isn't a reason to bet on him. This is a show me spot for him. And if he wins this fight in convincing fashion, then and only then I'll consider him a. I don't know what I'll consider him because I don't rate Gage Young that highly. So I'll if he finishes them with an ease, I'll definitely have him with someone. I'll have him as someone to watch out for. But if he struggles against Gage Young, the future doesn't look too bright for him in the UFC. But yeah, we'll see with this one. Definitely not interested in, especially at these price. Maybe at Pick'ems I would be more aligned to take Quillin, but the odds are just a little wide if you ask me. Gage is dangerous. He's not like a bum, but he's not great. So it should be a win for Quillin, but it's a fight that I wouldn't bet on. Moving on, we have Eunice Dein versus Shannon Clark. Shannon Clark is known most notoriously for choking a girl unconscious and making her pee herself. She is very, very aggressive, notorious cage pusher, very, very dangerous as far as her relentless pressure. Her clinch work can be very dangerous at times with her knees. But for the most part, like she's not that great. Like her fight with Najara Rat was mainly a cage pushing battle. Like she hasn't shown elite level anything other than like pretty good cage pushing and cardio. Like she's obviously the side again, they're looking to win, with Canada struggling right now to get talent out. So they're right now like especially for the women's division, it's like they're really wanting to get Clark in the big show. And honestly, I don't know. DeBen is a big mystery box. She is not supposed to win. I think Clark's definitely supposed to win via cage pushing. But like this girl is, finishing girls, head kicks, punches, so she could cause problems for Clark. I don't think it's gonna happen. Clark seems pretty tough, determined to, find the cage and, grind out positions. I think Shannon Clark should win this one. She has to get an impressive win for Dana to sign her, so I think she's going to be even hungrier to get a finish. We'll see how this one plays out. I have no interest, but I think Shannon Clark wins it. I would talk about Dubin, but there's really no film on her, and it's not in the film that there is. It's not that great, so it's like I don't, and it's from a long time ago, so no comments on Dubin really, other than Clark is supposed to win this fight, but supposed to doesn't always mean they're going to. So we'll move on from this one. We have Dorian Ramos versus Austin Bashi. Now I know what you're thinking. 8-2 record. That's not a bad record at all. Austin Bashi, he's not that proven yet. But if you look at Dorian's record, other than KOing Isaac Thompson, who, Isaac Thompson is very, chinny, so it's not that great. Other than KOing Isaac Thompson, he hasn't really done anything. He got submitted by Mateus Camilo, who isn't really known for his jiu-jitsu. He's not that great. He's fighting bums. Like, sure, he's been active. He fought this year, but like, is that really active? Like, I don't know. Like, honestly, I think Bashi is just a little more established as a fighter. He's faced, pretty good opposition. Zach Riley isn't great, but Askar is decent. Um, Eric Vo, the legend. Joe Penafel is a nice journeyman. He had to face some decent competition. Okay competition. I'm not saying it's great. I'm just saying it's okay. Austin Bashi should out wrestle him, potentially get a ground and pounder submission. He should win the fight. He is probably the one I'm most confident to win on the card. Do I think he'll get a contract? That's the question. He needs to get a finish in order to get that contract because if he just grinds him out, I don't think Dana will give him the contract because Dana hates, boring wrestling if it's not used to progress positioning or, lay damage like with ground and pound. Like, I don't know if Bashi's going to get a contract, but he should win the fight. So I'm going to go with Bashi here. Pretty confident in that. Moving on. We have DeJordan Santos versus Will Curry. Will Curry is again, I want to say he's being brought in to win, but Cage Warriors guys, they kind of have like a developmental thing going, so it's like you got to kind of get through some hoops before you can prove to them that you can hang with the top guys in the UFC. DeJordan Santos is kind of like a little test. Like, should you win this? Yes. But DeJordan Santos is not a dead body unless he's on bottom, then he's not that great. He'll try to get up, but he's very, very bad off his back. Has not fought really anybody. He's looked pretty bad in his fights to be honest. He's training with the Bonfim brothers for this fight, so that's cool. But Will Curry's a much more established fighter. Face guys like CL Christian Leroy Duncan, who I was rating a lot higher than I should have been. Nicholas Kanasakis, which that win was absolutely hard to watch. If you go back and watch that, you'll understand what I mean. So Will Curry is all sorts of danger, especially at chalk. So I'm not telling you guys to play him, but I think you should win the fight. Jordan Santos is not good, so if he loses this fight, it'll be truly, truly tremendous. So I'm gonna go with Curry here, probably my second most confident pick. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Curry by round 2 TKO or sub. Moving on, we got Igor Cavalcante versus Seok Hyung Ko. Seok Hyung Ko is a fighter who fought a guy on the road to UFC named Hang Seo Kim, who's an okay striker, pretty one dimensional. Um, the thing about Seok Hyung Ko is, other than getting a few finishes, he's not looking that great, and he's only beating bums. Like, look at the guys he's fighting. He lost to a bum, if you ask me. I don't rate him high at all. Sorry, guys. BKFC odds just came out. Gotta jump on those. Um, oh, do. But yeah, I think Igor Cavalcante is round one or bust. I think if he doesn't get the TKO in round one, I think this could get really interesting. But other than that, guys, I don't have much thoughts on this fight. Igor Cavalcante, not a lot of film on this guy. He's around one or bust look from the looks of it, and yeah, not much thoughts here. But yeah, guys, I told you guys the order. The first one I like is Bashi, second one Curry, third one Salkiel, and then Clark, and so on. Alrighty, guys, like, subscribe. You know the drill. I'll catch you next time. Peace.